Rocket League added the official F1 car, and while it does look like the real life version, I wanted to find out if it performs like it. So my plan is to put the Rocket League F1 car to the test across 5 different categories to confirm just how similar it is to the real 2021 F1 car. At the 2021 British Grand Prix, Carlos Sainz, with the help of DRS and a tow from the Aston Martin, was able to drive a pretty quick 356 km per hour. Wait, what's that sound? Is it time for the top speed fun fact? You could technically drive from London to New York in just 13.5 hours. Well, if you could drive on the water and you could keep your engine running for that long and you don't run it. So I loaded up an exhibition match and started testing. Finding the top speed in Rocket League was actually very simple. I just drove with the ball in front of me and scored. So the top speed is, there it is, 49 kilometers per hour. What? Yeah, that's slower than a PLP 50 by 21 kilometers per hour. Try this again. But it's not over. I still needed to test it with boost, and I got 83 kilometers per hour. That's supersonic. That's the fastest speed you can go. When you see the trail, you can't go faster than that. I mean, I can shoot faster from halfway across the field. One of the longest tracks on the 2021 calendar is Baku, with a length of 6.003 kilometers. Charles Leclerc took pole with a time of 1 minute and 41 seconds. That's pretty quick. If you pulled up in a Rocket League F1 car and did a lap on the same track, you would get a time of 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 4:20. That's also without ever letting go of the boost or throttle. To visualize the difference in top speeds, here's how both cars compare directly. Yeah, the Rocket League car got absolutely destroyed there. For each category, the Rocket League F1 car can score a point if it's within the range of the real F1 car. This one's tough. I think this could be a point. No points. Let's just move on. At the 2021 Spanish Grand Prix, Max went from 0 to 83 km per hour in pretty much exactly 2 seconds. In that time, 8 people were born, so welcome to Earth, guys. Hope you subscribe. Testing this in Rocket League is even easier than top speed. I lined up on the track and timed how long it took to go from stationary to supersonic, or 83 km per hour, and that was literally it. From this replay, we can see it took 1.74 seconds. And you know what? That's actually pretty damn close to real life, so I think that's a point. Warning, this next section includes maths and it was done by me. You have been warned. Anyways, so for cornering, there are many values to indicate how well the car can take corners, but I've chosen to calculate the lateral g-forces of both cars. In other words, how many g's you'd pull in a turn. And to do that, we can use this g-force formula. For the real F1 car going on a corner like Cops on Silverstone, using this calculation and assuming the radius of Cops is around 110 meters, and the car is going around 290 km per hour, you would pull just over 6 Gs, which sounds about right. But that's not fun if we don't talk about the G-force fun fact. According to the Wikipedia page for G-forces, this roller coaster has an extremely similar G-force, and I've actually been on that one. Yeah, I know, I'm basically Max Verstappen. Going back to Rocket League, I did something that everyone with high ping knows about, driving in a circle. I drove at full boost, which we know is 83 km per hour, and using the very fancy method of copy-pasting car lengths to get the radius, we can determine that it's about 6.5 car lengths. Using the real life car length of 5.6 meters and the G-force formula, the Rocket League car pulls 1.49 Gs. Yeah, you could probably pull more than that in a PLP 50. I wanted to give the Rocket League car an actual chance, and by skipping all of the boring maths, here's what I did. I basically made the Rocket League car proportionally smaller according to the top speeds of both cars. This also has the effect of making the turning radius smaller, which in theory would make the G-forces higher. And after calculating it, yeah, the Rocket League car would pull 6.39 Gs, so I say it deserves a point for that one. Well done. It's now time to test the brakes. This is Charles Leclerc in Bahrain going to pit, and he went from 225 km per hour to 142 in 0.93 seconds. I chose these speeds because Charles Leclerc started braking at 225 km per hour and slowed down by exactly 83 to reach 142. In Rocket League, the F1's car top speed, as we know, is 83 km per hour, so to match the test, I simply measured how long it took the Rocket League car to come to a complete stop from its maximum speed. And yes, I know this isn't a fair comparison, but you know what is a fair comparison? The brakes. Fun fact, actually I don't have one. There is this formula that uses the same setup as in Rocket League and it's pretty close. Moving on. It wouldn't have mattered anyways because the Rocket League car absolutely destroys the F1 car with a mental 83 to 0 time of just 0.63 seconds. Unfortunately, that doesn't translate to a point, so let's head into our final category. So this is an interesting one. I've decided to compare the F1 ERS and Rocket League Boost. Obviously not as interesting as the ERS fun fact. A full deployment of ERS could power your house for 12 hours, and I mean that's longer than a minute. ERS makes the top speed around 11 kilometers per hour faster in my tests on F1 2021. Using some maths that I don't really understand, you would theoretically see an increase of about 19 kilometers per hour on a real 2021 F1 car. As we know from earlier, the increase in top speed when using Boost is 33 kilometers per hour more, which is 3 times more powerful than real life. I tested the Boost recharge rate to see how that compares. Yeah, not close at all. But what about the Boost deployment rate? Yeah, I think the Rocket League car should honestly get -1 point, but let's just go with 0. So, we've compared the stats, but let's take it on track. Slides out and away we go. Rocket League car gets a good start, and the F1 cars, yeah, it's really just, wow, it's almost, and it's done. Rocket League car is still going, and there we go. Yeah, that doesn't make it look good, like at all. We now have all the information we need. So, is the Rocket League F1 car accurate? Of course, you can't do a sealing shot in F1, and you would very easily get overtaken by a PLP50 in a Rocket League car. But that's what makes Rocket League fun. It's not about the speed, it's about spending many hours trying to get a high five. So after doing the very simple calculation of dividing 2 by 5, the Rocket League F1 car is 40% accurate to real life, which is quite surprising based on some of the results we got. Yeah, and that's almost half. I mean, that's pretty... okay, yeah.